what's up? It's your boy Jeffrey, but this time, through this kind of series, you're gonna call me as my kind of cultural name for true good reason. That's right, watch out, people that cause crap for no reason at all. I would spark truth for good reasons. This time, on Culture Chaos Episode 1, we are exposing the one and only Leafy. Leafy is that kind of YouTuber that represents cancel culture perfectly. Leafy once was one of YouTube's most quote-unquote popular gaming creators, had his channel terminated after repeatedly violating the platform's policies against harassment. And that's true because Leafy attacked and acted hypocritical to Pokimane. And he also did the same with some people with forms of autism. Now, YouTube told TubeFiller that Leafy violated these guidelines 3 times in a 90-day period, which is grounds for channel termination. It did not specify which of his videos were violating these terms, but mentioned that Leafy ran afoul of updates to his encouragement of harassment and cyberbullying policy that he broke. That's right, people. Leafy promotes harassment and bullying. And the YouTube terms of service says, do not bully. That's technically why some portions of the drama areas are considered to be cancel culture. This happened back in December 2019 as the revamped crackdown on patterns of harassing behavior, barring creators who, quote, repeatedly target, insult, and abuse a identifiable individual based on their instinctive attributes across multiple uploads and of their own opinions. YouTube says that they have strict policies that prohibit harassment on YouTube, and they remove content that violates that policy when flagged to their attention. YouTube literally told TubeFilter why Leafy got banned. And when it says that channels repeatedly violate the policies, get terminated. Leafy, whose real name is, I'm only going to say this once, Calvin Vale, joined YouTube in 2013 and grew his channel to more than 4 million subscribers with videos about first-person shooters like Counter-Strike Global Offensive. In 2016 and 2017, he faced significant backlash for making fun of people with learning disabilities and autism. Around the same time, he made transphobic comments about fellow creator Milo Stewart. Following these incidents, he took a 2-year hiatus, then returned to his channel this past April. In July, Leafy began making videos about Twitch's most favorite female streamer, Pokimane. His first video about her, Content Nuke Pokimane, painted her as a boring, unfunny, and criticized her physical appearance. He also alleged Pokimane had a secret boyfriend she was hiding from her fans, and asked viewers to share his video across social media with the hashtag PokimaneBoyfriend. Pokimane, who has 5.4 million followers on Twitch, responded with her own offering to the hashtag, a photo of herself and a cardboard cutout of President Obama. Quote, "It's time to come clean," end quote. She captioned it. Leafy went on to make several more videos about the streamer, plus a number of videos that featured thumbnails and/or titles about Pokimane. but actually followed as he talked about financial topics like stocks and investments. He also tweeted about her in one case discussing with the follower, quote, which Call of Duty gun scope he would use to kill her, end quote. Leafy says he had no idea which videos caused this ban, but I definitely know true facts. Keemstar, who in my general perspective is a pretty cool dude, who runs YouTube talk show Drama Alert and contributed to the Pokimane drama by tweeting that she was a quote 2.10, but that was in the past. This brought Leafy on his channel the day after his August 21 ban. During their interview, Leafy said that YouTube had not given him notices of community guideline strikes. YouTube said nothing. He explained, but he was explaining this, quote, I was expecting more than there would be 3 different emails in a row. But nah, it's just saying your channel has been suspended, end quote. Essentially, that's it. He called the ban really weird and really precise and super random, dude. When Keemstar asked which videos he thought could cause the ban, he said he had no idea. When in general, Leafy lied, but thought it could be the ones about Pokimane or other similar videos he made about H3H3. The quote, I think I could honestly stay banned, end quote, he said, quote, obviously I'm going to try to get the channel back, but you know, if I am going to get banned like this, so be it, end quote. The website is quote unquote shit, end quote. There's nothing else that needs to be said. After the news of Leafy's ban, Pokimane tweeted that she had not been involved. H3H3's comment was, however, more oblique. Vale can appeal his channel's termination, but if YouTube upholds a decision, he may be barred and shunned from ever having another account on the fucking platform. So that makes people wonder, who's the real villain? Because the real villain through the whole culture is the cancel culture people. Now understand this whole thing from Leafy. Beginning in 2015, Leafy was involved in several conflicts with other YouTubers that led to this allegations of cyberbullying, which were proven to be true. He was banned by YouTube in 2020, citing repeated violations of this harassment policy. Leafy stated that his channel in 2011 and uploaded his first video in 2013. He focuses mainly on commentary and Let's Plays. His videos often are gaming, like said before, Counter-Strike. He amazed 4.8 million subscribers before he slowed his uploading schedule down and went on hiatus in December 2017. According to Brian Menegas of Gizmodo, Leafy mocked a man in 2016 with a learning disability and made fun of an autistic man known as Tommy NC 2010. After which YouTube and Reddit communities rallied behind Tommy, prompting Leafy to release a fucking apology. In 2015 and 2016, Leafy was the target of a swatting campaign with repeated calls to the cops between December 2015 and 2016. At that time, he was in Utah. Leafy's account was the target of several mass hacks once in 2016 by the anonymous groups, known as Poodle Corp, and again by Our Mind in 2017. Now let's get to this controversy portion of termination in a more clear and logical way. And I'm sorry if this sounds like a repeat, but this is just to understand that people need to have a more fucking open mind. Leafy's channel was a drama channel which commented on gossip involving online content creators. In 2016, YouTuber Ian Carter, known as iDubbbz, who is a really cool guy in my opinion, just questionable debate, featured Leafy in an episode of his, quote, Content Cop series, accusing him and his videos of cyberbullying. Amongst other things in the same year, Leafy accused YouTubers of supporting Nazism and anti-Semitism. Shortly after Vale drew attention to Pokimane and Evil Lion, especially from Evil Lion's case, Evil Lion was unjustly banned by YouTube, or semi-justly banned, because it's half and half. Also that year, Leafy's statements regarding the transgender vlogger Milo Stewart, where he criticized the concept of gender identity, was taken down by YouTube for harassment. That is what we call transphobia. The video was taken down later in 2019 after it was determined to be in violation of the guidelines. After 2.5-year hiatus, Leafy returns to YouTube with a video called Insulting Carter in April 2020, following which he resumed posting frequently in July. Leafy began criticizing Twitch streamer Pokimane and her supporters based on speculation about Pokimane's personal life. On August 21, 2020, Leafy was terminated from YouTube permanently. According to The Verge, he had 3 violations of the previous 3 months, known as cyberbullying, encouraging viewers to disrupt other people's streams and privacy and reputation. A YouTube spokesperson said that the channel had repeatedly violated YouTube's policies on harassment. Following the ban, Leafy joined Storyfire, where he also began streaming near daily on Twitch. And coincidentally, on September 11th, 2020, his Twitch account was banned. Earlier that day, Leafy had tweeted about receiving a strike on his account from Twitch for, quote, hateful conduct and threats of violence against a person or a group of people. And let me tell you this, with people with any form of autism, especially mild or high, is, quote, it's protected under American Disability Act. It makes so much sense why Leafy has become like a target for encouraging people to become cyberbullies and hypocrites. Because understand this, just like almost any drama people that goes so severe, not all drama people are correct. Only 50%. The person that always gets interrogated has the real story. That's kind of why the people that are being culpritized of any kind of, quote, crime, when it's still under alleged and when they claim it's self-defense, it makes them go under criticism. Understand that self-defense is not a crime. And this goes for almost every single crime. Because according to the 6th Amendment, whenever a person's, quote, accused of a crime, they can use self-defense. So, In my opinion, Leafy is guilty for harassment, cyberbullying, slander, and other, quote, crimes that weren't covered or shown to the public until now. And this is what causes others to become more of a Leafy sponge. You have to be open-minded and respect people of both sides of opinions. 50-50. Put 50-50 together and you get 100. And to Leafy fans, I just hope this gives you an open mind. I'm not trying to offend you guys extremely. I'm just trying to give you just a slightly more awareness of education. As for Leafy himself, I hope you took this as a learning experience. And as for others, that you encourage the other drama people to act as your same in kind of form of behavior. Checkmate, bitch. Wow. After exposing Leafy, I feel a whole lot better. And before I go, here's a little message from Keemstar himself.
Getting stories wrong. Everybody gets stories wrong. I mean, it's going to happen. If you're out there and you're a commentator, you're going to get facts wrong. Or if you're a news channel, you're going to get stuff wrong. I mean, every commentator has put out misinformation. Every news YouTuber, from Philip DeFranco to everyone. I had probably the biggest fuck ups in 2015. Someone on my news team basically oh my God, how do I even begin? They put a story in that this released pedophile was streaming on Twitch. I mean, you guys already know this story, but anyhow, I thought it was legit because it was verified through Chip, and then there was confusion in the background. It wasn't verified by Chip. Regardless, I went on air and accused a innocent man of being someone completely else and being a person that was just released from jail and being a pedophile, and it was all wrong. But what I've noticed is when people get stories wrong, right, they don't take responsibility. You know, for me, when I was in that situation, the most important thing I could do, and we're talking hours, right, was take the video down. Within 2 hours, the video was down. I made a Twitter video explaining what happened, right? Again, this is within a 2-hour time frame of this going public, right? Then at 3 hours, I have a whole separate video on my YouTube channel explaining in detail what happened and how we got it wrong, and that we're willing to do anything to make up for this fuck up. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because Blair White recently messed up a story, and she left the video up for over 2 weeks with the wrong information, even though she was being called out by everyone. And now today she just took it down and wrote up an apology. I see I'm Alex out here getting stories wrong and waiting months before he corrects himself. Why is it that there are so many commentators, that there are so many YouTubers that refuse to take the L? You can't win them all. And if you do put information out there, the only way for you to secure a W is by being responsible and accountable for your actions immediately. Stop the lies. Stop the misinformation from hurting the person that you're talking about by deleting it as soon as possible. Upload an apology. Upload a retraction. Get the correct information out there so you can stop the harm that you've caused as fast as possible. And then, of course, work with the person that you've wronged to try to fix the situation. This should be a standard thing that everyone does. And I have received more hate for my fuck-ups than anybody on this platform when I see all these other people, right, taking no accountability and being so sloppy and so messy with the information that they're spreading. And quite frankly, it makes me mad that my entire career, I've been put under so much pressure and got so much hate for getting stuff wrong, while these other people can fuck around and just spread misinformation and fucking delete a video 2 weeks later and, oh, oops, sorry, got it wrong. it makes me mad. It makes me mad, but you know, it is what it is. I don't say sorry. I don't correct the story because, you know, I'm going to get hate if I don't. I do it because it's the fucking right thing to do.
Beer Guy was sent to jail after being harassed in the chat by numerous people calling him a cracker and a honky over and over again. Not one mod banned these people. All right, he was being harassed. They were picking on his race, and when Kazul did it, he responded with the word and got sent to jail. He was unjustly sent to jail. It's the definition of harassment.